All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Houston Texans. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Break this up. 54 Mike. Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Back to throw, Watson. They'll roll him out right. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Stevenson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now first and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
20.
Now Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. They'll halt play here for an injury as Christian McCaffrey is slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Check 26, check 26. Watch the safety creep.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson steps away. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Waiting on it will be Richie James. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check it back, check it back. Check 15, check 15. Check safety, check safety. Rush in, rush in. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a give right side. Greenwood. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Gun. Let's go. Switch it. Mike 51. Watch the pass. 51, Mike 51. Get this 8.
Newton on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Let's talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. This is Freeman. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 7-7, our score after 1. On 2nd down, it's Freeman, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 1st down, it's Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw is Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here I come.
On 1st and 10, Watson going up top. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he is all the way up past the 25. Well, why do you go out and spend a 1st-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his 1st interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Right to the 3.
Here's Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down again.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Check right. Slam. 2 points down, he's coming. 59, Mark, 59.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Freeman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And, Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Here's Watson to throw on 3rd down. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Here we go. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Here we go on 4th. Watson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Kill. Hey! Check 37.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Newton. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Great. Go, Tackle, let's go. We got this. Zoom. Mike 51.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Go, Mike 51. Hey.
From the 29, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Eight. Check three.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ready, 51. Yeah. You don't want nothing. Gun. Undercut. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Wide. Get wide. 20. Watch the shit. Check 52.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Hey, Mike 51. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Second down and goal. Newton. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive? And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Check out route. 8. Switch. Alert 3. Alert 20. Alert 3.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. He's going to take a shot right away into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here first and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. To throw on third down, Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it at a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up first and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
55, my guy, 55. Get that quarterback.
From the 50, Newton. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 23 yards, the final tally. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Check. Check your hot read. Check four. Check. Lucky. 20. Hatchet. Watch the twist. Hey, express. Let's go. Get it.
Now a give, right side. Greenwood. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton is going to fire one deep. That's caught inside the 20. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Hey, alert three. Kill. Switch. Check 98.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Great.
On 2nd down now, Greenwood. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 3rd down, Newton. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. Becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Newton to throw. On the screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Taken at about the 36. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. With a lot of the media, Charles, ourselves included, starting to prep those MVP ballots, you wonder if last week's performance, which he admitted was not very good, if that hurt him at all coming down the stretch.
Less than 50 yards on the ground in last week's game that you referenced, and let's face it, if he has another game like that, we'll erase him from the MVP discussion. He won't even be talked about anymore. He has to bounce back with 100-plus in this one in order to stay in that race.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Freeman. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
3rd and 2, Watson. That's complete. It's Gordon. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. There he goes right side. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. Ties LT with his 31st touchdown of the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
Let's go, boy, bring it up.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Dylan Cole. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Watson. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Stevenson. 23 yards the pickup there. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Let's go, Pete. Tighten it up.
Here's Watson. And a catch made by Hopkins. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. There with a tackle, Dietrich Wise Jr.
20.
Throwing on second down, Newton. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Newton now to throw. He's got his tight end, Fant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. On 1st down, it's Newton. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Tarvarius Moore, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 1st down, Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Great, great, great. Check, check.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, Newton. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And they'll indeed take a knee. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Houston, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they